In the previous season, Shirayuki and Prince Zen finally confessed their love for each other, and it seems they already have their happily ever after, but that is wrong, as these two are far from getting their fairy tale-like ending as they begin to realize how hard being together with someone from a different social class actually is. Will their love push through? Let's find out! Hi guys and welcome back to AniCap Explained. Today we'll be recapping Season 2 of the anime Akagami no Shirayuki-hime. Let's begin! A new day starts, and the court herbalists are cleaning up the medical wing of the castle. Knowing Shirayuki is working hard, Zen decides he must also do his duties. A little later in the day, Zen informs Shirayuki that Mihaya, a bandit who kidnapped her in the first season, wants to meet with them. They meet Mihaya, and the bandit reveals that a boy named Kazuki plans to take Shirayuki away from Clarines. Before the group can inquire further about Kazuki, Izana summons Shirayuki. Izana tells Shirayuki that she has been invited to the ball in the kingdom of Tamborin. He orders Shirayuki to accept the invitation and train for the ball. Instead of studying and picking herbs, Shirayuki spends her next few days practicing etiquette and dancing. Obi reassures Shirayuki that everyone is doing their best to learn more about Kazuki. During the last evening before her trip to Tamborin, Obi challenges Zen to duel imposing conditions. If Obi were to win, then he would be the one to accompany Shirayuki to the other kingdom instead of Mitsuhide. After their duel, Zen decides that Obi is skilled enough to protect Shirayuki and allows him to accompany her. Later in the evening, Zen visits Shirayuki to share some moments with her before her departure. The next day, Shirayuki and Obi discover that Lord Haruka will accompany them. They eventually reach Tanabrun and Lord Haruka leaves them. When Obi and Shirayuki arrive at the castle, they are greeted by Prince Raj. At Tamborin, Shirayuki and Raj spend the day together to deepen their friendship. After some tea, Raj takes Shirayuki on a tour of the castle. Shirayuki requests to see the greenhouse. They take hidden passageways. Unfortunately, Raj gets them lost. At the underground passageway, Obi discovers Rona and Eugenia, Raj's siblings, following them. The twins manage to lead them to the entrance of the greenhouse. Prince Raj tells Shirayuki that she is free to visit the garden while he rests. In Clarines, Kiki informs Zen that they finally found Kazuki. However, Mihaya also seems to be missing from the castle. Mihaya attempts to capture Kazuki, but the blonde boy decides to strike a deal with Mihaya. The next day, Mihaya is back at the castle and he tells Zen that Kazuki is aware of Shirayuki's visit to Tamborin. Meanwhile, in Tamborin, Prince Raj invites Shirayuki to spend some time with him in the library. Rona and Eugenia love the changes their brother is going through and are plotting to keep her in the kingdom. Sakaki, Prince Raj's attendant, also requests Obi if he and Shirayuki are willing to extend their stay in the kingdom. Obi tells Sakaki that he should ask Shirayuki. On the evening of the ball, Shirayuki and Obi receive a letter from Prince Zen. Just as they read the letter, Kazuki appears on the balcony. Kazuki and his friend Atoya proceed to attack Obi and Shirayuki. They manage to knock down Obi and take Shirayuki. The twins Rona and Eugenia call for the guards. Prince Raj finds out and orders the castle to search for her. After an hour, Obi wakes up and is struck with guilt for allowing Shirayuki to be kidnapped. Meanwhile, Zen, Mitsuhide, Kiki, and Mihaya arrive at the castle. Obi decides to run ahead of the group to search for Shirayuki on his own. In the morning, the group in the castle discusses the possible culprit of Shirayuki's kidnapping. They conclude that the kidnappers might be a pirate group called the Claw of the Sea. After meeting with the king of Tamborin and getting permission to search for Shirayuki, Raj asks Zen if he can join him in searching for Shirayuki. Meanwhile, Obi manages to catch up to Atoya only to find out that she and Kazuki have been kidnapped by the pirates. Atoya and Kazuki join to search for Shirayuki. Meanwhile, Kazuki explains the situation to Shirayuki and warns her of Umehibe, the captain of the pirate group. Shirayuki and Kazuki attempt to escape. They were able to advance thanks to Shirayuki's quick thinking but were stopped by the rest of the Claw of the Sea pirates. Meanwhile, Raj plans on meeting the Lions of the Mountain, a vigilante group, to enlist their help. Obi manages to lead Prince Zen and the rest of the search party to the Lions of the Mountain's leader, and they agree to help each other retrieve Shirayuki. Kiki suggests that she should pretend to be a girl they can sell to the pirates. In addition, Mihaya reveals that he knows the location of the pirates' base. Kiki manages to get onto the ship and reassures Shirayuki and Kazuki that they will be saved soon. Are you enjoying the story so far? If you are, then please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and give us a like. Done? Well then let's continue. Kiki tells Shirayuki and Kazuki a little bit about their plan. Prince Raj tries to rally the vendors to help him. Meanwhile, Zen and Lions of the Mountain are making their way toward the base. Prince Raj manages to get all the merchants to help and they are able to corner the Claw's ship. However, they lose sight of the pirates once they reach the Blue Vortex. The pirates arrive at their base, but Prince Raj's ship manages to make it out of the vortex. In addition, Zen and his party also arrive at the base. After Zen hugs Shirayuki, he goes back to face the pirates. After the battle, the leader of the lions invites them to his village and Shirayuki immediately recognizes him as her father. Shirayuki and the others head over to Lions of the Mountains village while Prince Raj and his crew head back to the capital to deal with the pirates. Mukase, the chief of the lions, meets with Shirayuki and the prince. Mukase admits the reason why he left Shirayuki in her grandparents' care. After their conversation, Shirayuki goes to search for Obi. Once Shirayuki finds Obi, she reassures him that she isn't mad or blames him. She also invites him to be her escort the next time she visits Tamborin. Finally, they return to the village and celebrate with everyone. Later in the evening, Zen and Mukase discuss Zen's relationship with Shirayuki. Zen then discovers an eavesdropping Shirayuki, and he decides to spend some time with her. The next day, they return to Tamborin to say their farewells to Raj. They have a ball on the evening of her return, and the next day they depart for Clarines. On the way back to the Clarines, the group decides to stop by an inn because heavy rain makes it hard to travel. Everyone enjoys an evening at the inn together. Toru, an acquaintance of Obi, starts flirting with the boys. Obi meets up with Toru once everyone falls asleep. She asks Obi if he would like to join her in a job, which he accepts. During the job, they reminisce about their past together only to be interrupted by Zen and the others. Zen scolds Obi for making them worry. On their journey back to the castle, Obi reassures Shirayuki that he has no intention of returning to his old life. Upon Zen's return to the castle, his brother Izana informs him that he will have to accept at least one of the pending marriage interviews that piled up in the castle while he was away. Meanwhile, Shirayuki is back on duty at the castle's medical wing. Later, Zen finally accepts one marriage interview and the castle is suddenly ablaze with gossip. Zen stages a marriage interview with Kiki because she is the daughter of a count. During the fake interview, Zen and Kiki recall when Kiki first met Mitsuhide. After the marriage interview, Obi admits that he didn't mention the girl in the marriage interview was Kiki. So Zen rushes to see Shirayuki and explains that the marriage interview meant nothing to him. Much later in the evening, Izana invites Zen for a drink and Zen confesses that he intends to take Shirayuki as his wife. Izana challenges Zen to convince him to support their relationship. Zen spends the next day pondering the words of his brother. While doing so, he gets into a minor accident. The maids alert Mitsuhide and he searches for the chief herbalist to find a cure for Zen. Instead, Mitsuhide accidentally inhales a weird potion causing him to enhance his loyalty to Zen. This drives Zen crazy because he cannot have a moment of peace. Luckily, Shirayuki discovers how to make the antidote. The next day, Mitsuhide is cured but doesn't recall anything he said or did while under the potion. Because she made a successful cure, Shirayuki gets promoted to become a proper court herbalist. Sakaki and Mihaya arrive at the castle in Clarines to present the title Friend of the Crown of Tamborin to Shirayuki. Because of the title, Izana now has to acknowledge Shirayuki for her title. He congratulates Shirayuki and inquires what her future plans with Zen are. However, he leaves before she can give him a reply. Sakaki visits her in the medical wing and requests Shirayuki to remain by Raj's side, and she declines. In the evening, she has trouble going to sleep. Obi decides to have Prince Zen see her and talk things over. Once Prince Zen is finally by her side, she asks him if wanting to be by his side is a realistic wish. He tells Shirayuki that she does not have to think about the future. They both share a passionate kiss and then he sneaks her to the watchtower. Zen tells her that he has already told Izana about his intentions. He continues saying that she can stay by his side, but she'll have to wait for him to ask her properly someday. Later in the day, they see Sasaki and Mihaya off, and mundane life in the castle continues. The second season of Akagami no Shirayuki-hime shines a lot brighter than the first season. Viewers get to see the chemistry between characters and more action and drama are included. Character development is also a great addition, as Prince Raj is presented as a more likable character in the series. If you're looking for a good romance anime, Akagami no Shirayuki-hime is definitely on our recommendation list, especially if you're looking for something wholesome and well-paced. Thanks for watching, and if you liked it, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing so you never miss out on any new recaps. That's all for today. We'll see you at the next one.